This is QiQ, the question in question. Brought to you by TherapyBites Art Lab. Here to take a bite out of modern-day pseudo-psychological psycho-malarkey. Now entering the Art Lab studio, today's T-Ballers, a collection of fellow strugglers, confronting personal challenges, navigating precarious relationships, and tackling trauma. Humans like each of us, juggling difficult human emotions, each here with unique life experiences, lived stories, and questions we'll bite into that just might help you too. And now, entering the Art Lab studio for the 9,880th time is the host of TherapyBites QiQ, Doc Heath.
Hey guys, Doc Heath here. Thank you and welcome to QiQ, the question in question, and is your Jeopardy-Style psychologically nutritious game show. And a little bit of housekeeping first. We've had a few questions. How do I redeem my PCs, my Psycoins? All you have to do, if you will send us an email to TherapyBites@yahoo.com, we will check those out and we will get you a discount coupon that you can get some free stuff. You can redeem the Psycoins that you win by coming up with the proper question, by just letting us know, well, who you are and that you're present. And I typically put the awards in the chat just to verify that you guys got that. And also, just another little tip, we've had some people ask, what can we do with this knowledge we're learning? And I have a few ideas. Some of you actually recommended some ideas, and they were great ideas. Well, you can have a trivia night at home. You can impress your friends and family. But I think the best use that we know for these is to ask, how can you apply this knowledge to your life? And hopefully, we will come up with some things this evening. Let's go to the board. And as always, we have Couch Crumbs questions. Or quotes. I always get that wrong, don't I? Couch Crumbs quotes. Creature feature. We have a whole zoo of creatures to teach psychological concepts. Social media smackdown. A lot of stuff on social media is just garbage. Don't be taken in. We're here to challenge it. Fresh from the therapy couch, just concrete things you can do in your life to embiggen it. Couch Crumbs, which is our newsletter. And Neuro, which we also call Psych Secrets. And let's go to the board. And tonight's question, well, yeah, we will start out with, oh, by the way, I had some people say, you never gave us the answer to the question of why did the psychotherapist become a gardener? Because he wanted to get to the root of the problem. Okay. I thought I said that. I'm sorry I left that out. Couch Crumbs quotes for 400 Psycoins. And the answer is, we always like to put that up. Oops, I'm copying and pasting, guys. People seem to like when I do this because it gives you time to look at the question and then I can drag it up on screen. And then I'll go to the timer and drag it over. The answer is the world leader that said the only limit to our realization of tomorrow is our doubts of today. And in the Art Lab, we call those cognitive distortions or stuck points. And if you guys have stuck points, don't let them limit your tomorrows. You can best figure out and best assure that your cognitive distortions of today don't limit your tomorrows. As we say, never sacrifice your future for today by challenging those, asking. And somebody said, who is Ronald Reagan? Hey, a great president. Yeah, also a great movie actor. But that's not it. That's not it. Who is Nelson Mandela? Another wonderful world leader. Great guesses. But the actual question is, who is Franklin Delano Roosevelt? There's a whole story, I think, behind the D. Or maybe that's a different president. Anyway, a U.S. president, he implied the importance of a positive mindset, an accurate mindset in overcoming those self-doubts about your future and your success. And William says, who is Kennedy, another wonderful world leader. And taken too soon. Let's go back to the board. And the next QiQ, question in question, comes from, and it's for 200 Psy coins. And the answer is, and I'm going to, as always, like I said, I'm going to pull it onto the board. Actually, the chat, that is. And we will be back right after this.
You are a fellow human struggling with difficult emotions, a fracturing relationship, parenting problem, mental health difficulty, have a psychotherapy from hell story to tell, or a challenging life experience question, and would like to share your story by stepping up to bat as a T-baller. Either register by texting QiQ to 1-870-686-4196 and join our Therapy Bites community, or send a postcard with your name, address, phone number, email address, and age to the address on the screen. Therapy Bites QiQ, P.O. Box 1391, Jonesboro, Arkansas 72403 1391.
And yes, we're back to the screen here because we don't have the timer screen here. But, oh, yep, you can hear that lovely background music that we actually wrote just for Therapy Bites. That is actually the only place you'll hear this is on Therapy Bites. This was created specifically for us with a colleague of mine, and then we tweaked it a bit. But let's get back to our QiQ answer. And somebody says, what is a negative automatic thought? And actually, the question is more of a definition. The answer was mind reading, and the question is, what is the term for the mistaken belief, the cognitive distortion, that we know what others are thinking even though they haven't told us? So apply this to your relationship and realize that you never know what one of your loved ones, your son, daughter, mom, dad, sister, brother, husband, wife is thinking. The best way to find out is not to try to mind read, but to ask them, hey, what are you thinking? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? How novel an idea is that? Stop trying to mind read. Let's go back to the board, and I hit my little playboard button, and this comes from, the last was from the Critter Corner, by the way, or Creature Feature. This is actually Social Media Smackdown, and the answer is, oops, I'll hit the right button in a minute so I can drag it over here to the timer window. And a new term for some people, SML. Not SNL, not Saturday Night Live. SML, social media logic. Did you guys know, and I just was discussing this with my son last night, there's actually teenagers, 14, 15, 16 years old. I really admire the entrepreneurial spirit, but they're putting themselves out there as life coaches. Imagine that. No license, no degree, no training. They've had 5 minutes of life on the planet, and bada bing, bada boom, life coaches. And no disrespect, again, I really admire the entrepreneurial spirit, but if you're on social media looking for answers, be very careful. You're really looking probably in the wrong place. Look for somebody with a lot of experience, a lot of some licenses and some credentials. But the answer is social media logic, and we don't have any proper questions right there. But the question is, what is a common myth that really needs to be challenged that says that it's accurate or trustworthy because I saw it on social media? Hopefully, no one still believes that. I'm really worried that a lot of people still believe that. You really need to vet your professionals. If you hire me as a coach, then you need to vet me. You need to dig into how do I know what I'm talking about, what kind of credentials, what kind of experience. I'm always glad to share those. And our participant here said, what is giving feelings and emotions more importance than thoughts? And yeah, we shouldn't do that either. But this is actually thinking that it's correct because you saw it or somebody said it. Some influencer, quote, influencer, air quotes here, said it on social media. Let's go back to the board, and we are going to get this particular item from fresh from the therapy couch? And the answer is, and we'll be right back. Oops, wait a minute. That is the T-ball triple. And we'll be back right after this.
If you plan on being in the local area of your podcast player app and would like complimentary tickets to the TherapyBites QiQ Art Lab studio audience, please search Therapy Bites on your device and just smash that subscribe button. Your complimentary ticket grants you access to alerts so you'll never miss a show.
Okay, guys, and we are back, and the answer is glossophobia. We don't have any proper questions currently, but the proper question is, what is a common psychological struggle many people face sometimes that causes them to avoid situations where they might have to what? Well, do what I'm doing right now, speaking in front of a group. And how many, yeah, get this one. This is awesome. What is the fear of glossing over something? Oh, here's another one. These are cool contributions. What is the fear of shiny things? Yeah, shiny. It's actually speaking, glossary. And so the belief that I am in some type of danger if I speak in public in front of a lot of people. And it's not really about the label, it's about the thoughts that is producing the fear. You're telling yourself that people are going to think I'm stupid or ignorant, I don't know what I'm talking about. Look, there are always going to be people that think that. I have people that tell me I don't know what I'm talking about all the time. And, well, it really depends on what I'm talking about. If it's about diesel mechanics, they're probably right. If it's about psychology, they're wrong. I have some credentials in that. But, yes, glossophobia, the fear of speaking in front of a lot of people. Let's go back to the board. And our final question for the evening does come from Neuro, which we also call Psych Secrets. And I am whoops, I don't want to grab the whole thing, just those. Whoops. I should do a screen share here. You guys can see what I'm oopsing about. But I think I finally successfully grabbed it. And the answer is, and I'll pull it to the board, the forgetting curve. And we will be right back to find the question after this.
Premier accommodations for our T-ball contributors provided electronically by the luxurious Art Lab Studio, overlooking the steaming cesspool of pseudo-psychological social media psychomalarkey and located in cyberspace on your favorite podcast hosting platform, where we invite you to the most psychomalogically thrilling podcast in town, while you feast on our award-winning psychologically nutritious buffet of TherapyBites cuisine, conscientiously cooked up by your hard-working T-ball team chefs.
Okay, and thank you guys for joining us. We're on our last item here, and it is from TherapyBites Psych Secrets for, what is that, 800 Psych coins? Holy moly. And we don't have anybody answering that. Well, I know it's not a laughing matter, but what measures the levels of dementia? Actually, the forgetting curve is more of a use it or lose it proposition, that memory of new information it decreases over time, and if you don't really make attempts to retain it. Now, some things you're going to retain anyway, but in the brain it really is kind of a use it or lose it phenomenon. And that should tell you about something about discussing memories and relationships. My wife and I discuss memories, and sometimes I can remember things more accurately. Usually it's her, though. She'll say, oh, don't you remember that? No, I don't remember that, because, as somebody said here, the normal threshold for forgiveness, it really is, if you don't use it, you lose it. So don't be so insistent that your story is the accurate one. The most important thing is the relationship, not who's correct about of memory. The forgetting curve, what is the concept that explains how our memory of new information decreases over time if we don't try to retain it, and study a bit each day to retain some of those memories. And we just typically forget them. Thank you guys for joining us. Come back next time. Catch your new episode that will be running a little bit late on this week. I think we'll drop that on Friday. Share this out with somebody that could use some good old-fashioned psychological nutrition. We will catch you Thursday, same time, 7 o'clock Memphis, Chicago time. Have a great week. Take care of each other. Bye-bye now.
Next time on Therapy Bites Art Lab QiQ, Doc Keith and T-Ball callers face off against steaming piles of pseudo-psychological psychomalarkey directly from your favorite social media platforms, or perhaps from the psychotherapy couch of a pill-pushing, emotion-demonizing, bobble-headed, woo-woo clinician who fed their kooky Kool-Aid to you. This is Art Potto speaking. Therapy Bites QiQ is a Dr. I'm a Floydnot production. Distributed by the Therapy Bites Art Lab Podcast.